Still not feeling 100%. Challenging week. Honestly, one of the least productive weeks I've experienced in a long fucking time. It is Sunday, June 6th, 2019. I meant June 16th. My name is Josh Moxey, and I'm an aspiring entrepreneur documenting my journey and sharing as much as I can in a given week through this type of series. Reflections is a weekly series where I get on camera after I'm done reflecting my week and I share some of the highlights and things that you can apply in your own life that can hopefully improve the quality of your life and improve your results through my lessons, my trial and errors, and my experiences in a given point in my history in my week. So anyways, hope you enjoy today's episode. Without further ado, let's get into it. But I am still not feeling 100%. Challenging week. Honestly, one of the least productive weeks I've experienced in a long fucking time. But we'll talk more about this soon. Let's get into today's episode. What's been on my mind? Returning to real life, aka non-festival life. It's different, and there's been little things I've done to like adjust, and but it's just, yeah, I can find myself at times still being like, a part of me is a little bit still stuck in that festival, and as time goes on, I'm just gotta make sure I'm clipping that, meaning making sure I'm fully here in the present and not stuck in the fucking past. Related to that, I've found a lot of bullshit on my mind, meaning like when I wake up, in a perfect world, I have, not a perfect world, in a what should be my reality right now, I wake up and I'm immediately thinking of my goal, my chief aim, my dreams, my vision, my tasks for the day. Right now I can wake up and think about completely like bullshit for such a long time, and I'm like, wow, this is quite embarrassing that I'm able to think about such dumb stuff for such a long time. And that could be like social shit, that could be like, it many times has to do with like other people and in relation to me, and it's just like, why am I focused on these things? Why am I thinking so much about these things? Why am I investing so much fucking time into these things? And why am I not keeping these types of things top of mind that are exciting to me, that are driving my life forward, that are moving me forward, that are evolving me? That is the type of stuff I need to be keeping top of mind. Wanting to work, but still not being 100% on my health. And when I'm not 100% on my health, I like mentally will want to work, but I just physically, I'm just like, oh my God, like there's no way. Like if I'm spending too much below 200 in a 0 to 1,000 type of scale, on a vibrational scale, if you will, meaning like it's less than healthy, less than feeling good, less than all that shit, I can't actually do energy work in that place. I have to be above 200, and it's just like that type of stuff is preventing me from working. There's like a whole type of shit right now. I'm just not 100%, and it's fucking annoying because I want to get back to dominating. I miss dominating really badly. What were my favorite wins? So I didn't have any like huge wins this week, so like I'm not really sure what my favorite wins were per se. I am actually proud of myself for not beating myself up for being under the weather, but also, or not, what am I saying? For not beating myself up for being under the weather and not like overly judging myself that I can't be at 100% right now. But I'll be back to that soon, thankfully. But yeah, things like practicing the pitch once, I really enjoyed that, even though it was uncomfortable and I almost tried to find a reason almost daily. Did I do it daily? I feel like I did. Maybe if not daily, I think I missed like one day. But just like making sure I practice the pitch every day. It gets easier and easier as time goes on. I really liked experimenting with a new thumbnail design for my content and just like taking the time to learn or taking the time to get better at masking and like creating different designs of that. I'm just fucking sick of this classic fade to black on the one side with white text. I need to get more creative. So I want to integrate more color too. I like the idea of blue. I want to use more red, but I feel like everyone on YouTube uses so much red already that I'm like, fuck, what to do here? Anyways, so I'm still not sure on the exact color schemes of it all, but I like that I'm taking the time to improve my branding because I'm so fucking sick of all the branding shit right now. What worked? Being more ruthless to people that I feel like are undervaluing me. If I just let people continue to undervalue me, I'm gonna end up fucking hating them. So a good action step is to just like, I'm not trying to be more ruthless, but if something presents itself where it's like, this person is not treating me the way they should be and valuing me correctly, it's okay to fucking add in things that are more like sassy, more ruthless, more almost like mean in nature. But the reality is they're not fucking valuing me, and I need to make sure that they are not rewarded for their shitty behavior. Going on my phone less. This feels incredible. It's been down to like two hours a day or something, like a window of like 2 hours, it feels like recently. It's just quite short. Even yesterday, like I did a no phone day, so 0 hours on my phone in terms of social and shit like that. Yeah, feels fucking nice. I like this idea of just being in my own world, especially after last week of so much social. It's just a nice pendulum swing, if you will, to just like get myself more grounded. Oh god. I also really need to fucking heal up. That's completely irrelevant to this post, or this point right here, but I just really just gotta get back to my normal health right now. It's fucking trash. Being more direct with a friend who's more sensitive and not trying to sugarcoat things. I'm just fucking done. I really am. I have no interest in sugarcoating anything right now. I just want to be fucking direct. I don't have the fucking time to make everything so fucking soft. If people can't handle it, then that's their fucking choice. That is 100% on them if they cannot handle truth. Period. End of story. Letting myself be pissy if I'm pissy. Like not trying to hold it back, not trying to suppress it at all, just owning whatever is. It feels so fucking nice. Ideally, I'm not in this type of state and I'm more joyous and loving in nature. But if I am feeling something, it's just good to let myself go through that, because otherwise I'm bottling it up and it can explode everywhere if I keep it bottled up for too long. Not going easy on my cousin when I was playing him in water pong. So like, I love beer pong. I don't know if you guys know this. I'm pretty fucking good. I haven't played in a bit, but I still have my really good arm with accuracy, so I'm grateful for that. And I was absolutely destroying people the other day for Taylor's. Taylor is headed to, she's in Spain actually, as I say this. She left last night, but the night before that, there was a little like family gathering. We whipped out some water pong, and why am I bringing this all up? Yes, so it's very easy to want to go easy on kids because there's like, don't ruin their self-esteem, don't ruin their confidence by like absolutely destroying them. I don't think that's actually doing them a good service. It's much better, for me at least, to go full tilt and just let them lose, or not let them win. Give them the satisfaction of earning their win. It's the most annoying fucking thing when adults go soft on their kids or other kids to try to make them try to give them fake confidence. I fucking hated that when I was growing up. Just play me like a real fucking human being. And I told Caden that, which is my cousin. I was like, Caden, I'm not going to go easy on you. I'm just going to go real and treat you like a real adult, a human being. Because I fucking hated when they used to do that to me when I was a kid. So that was awesome. I also loved playing. It's just fun. Like, I just enjoy the game of Pong, whether it's drinking or not. Ideally, honestly, just water, because I'm not a huge fan of the heavy drinking. So, and it can be very easy to get drunk if you're playing properly playing like beer pong and stuff like that. So anyways, I enjoyed that, but also the idea of not going easy on him, because it's important. He'll earn that win and he'll feel better, and he actually got quite close and I was impressed. So we'll see how long it takes him to beat me, and he's like 9 years old, so it could be a while, but eventually he will, and it'll feel so fucking nice for him, and he'll know that he actually earned that, and I wasn't bullshitting him, because I will go full tilt. What didn't work, and how can I improve it? Not enough time allocated to recharging and getting the proper amounts of sleep. I think I got like 7-8 hours every night, but at least. But I got around that. But I wanted to do more. Like last night I got 13 hours. I wish I could have done that every single night this week, because I have not created the space that is required to make me fully heal, because there's still more missing. Especially my mental is just not there right now. My strength is down as well. It's fucking irritating. So just creating a better space for that going forward. More time of sleep, more time of healing, allowing more for the energetic work to take place because I have blocked some of it. I can feel that. And stuff like that. Also improving, like, what else did I write down here? Improving oh my god, my diet has been a sick fucking joke. I'm eating way too many calories. I'm eating way too much junk. Like yesterday, I was supposed to eat 2 cookies that I had acquired in my macros, which were like 200 calories each. I ended up eating fucking like 7 or something ridiculous. I let the cookies win. This was a bad idea. Instead, it'd be much better if I just think about what is the cost of me doing this, and like thinking long term, maybe about like 60 days from now. I'm making it harder and harder on myself to maintain that lower body fat when I am eating like ridiculous stuff like that. Like I probably gained like a pound or 2 or maybe more in the last week of just how much shit I've eaten. And this is also not helpful for my healing process as well. Like I'm not going to do a good job of healing when I'm eating complete junk all the time. And the diet is just not there right now. Honestly, I've just got to stay more disciplined, and I've also got to do a better job of adding in more cardio, and just to make sure I'm staying at a slim type of level, or as slim as I'd like to be. That type of level. I'd also like to go back to adding biking 3 times a week again. So like Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, biking, and then even a 36-hour fast on the Sunday would be ideal. I probably should have done that today, but actually no, I shouldn't have. But going forward, that would be good to have. Back in a bad schedule, if you will, for sleep. Got to go back to waking up early and going to bed early, especially because apparently those are the best times for like regeneration and healing, like 10 to 6 or something magical apparently there. No, sorry, not 10 to 6, 10 to 2 is like some sort of period. I don't know exactly why. I just remember hearing that somewhere. Maybe it's true. So I would like to go back to 10 p.m. type of thing, going to bed. That'd be fucking sweet. My visualization right now is covering way too much of women and sex, to be completely honest, instead of things like business and other aspects of my life that are important. Yeah, it's a little bit different to share on here, but it's just is the case. I wish my visualizations were covering, and I will do a better job of this going forward, but just like making sure I'm allocating the proper visualization energy towards business and my evolution on a spiritual path, if you will, and all these different aspects instead of just chicks. I'm too aimless in thinking, and I lack focus right now. For sure, the number one step that I can think of at this moment is improving my health. That makes everything so much easier. But even when my health was 100%, I still didn't have the best thoughts in terms of, or didn't have the best habits around my thinking. I can get too lazy sometimes. I don't use my thoughts right now as purposefully as I'd like to, and I want to make sure I'm using it to create, and with my mind, if you will, my brain, kind of like law of attraction type of shit. But haven't done a great job of that recently. I want to do a better job of placing things in physical proximity, upgrading my environment. I've talked about all these things in the fucking past. I actually just got to just do them. What else did I write down here? Yeah, I'm just getting pretty lazy with this, and it'd be better to... Oh yeah, checking Dreamboard more often. I didn't check that all fucking week. That's garbage. Stuff like this. Keep my goals top of mind. Making sure I'm listening to things like Your Wish Is Your Command. Haven't done that in a while. Would like to do that. Although I think did I listen to that last night? No, I shut it off because I was talking with myself instead. Which, by the way, is amazing. I love that so much. So, yeah, there we go. Having Brian stay till the Tuesday instead of the Monday. Okay, so we added an extra day this trip. It should have been before. He probably should have came on the Wednesday. So now going forward, it's just better to put the extra days, if you will, before the rave, because we just wanted to fucking go home and just dominate in our own respective paths after the Monday. We were just fucking toast. We were both like Walking Dead, whether he would realize or admit that or not. But because he was really struggling with admitting he was tired throughout the trip. But I will fucking own that shit. I was fucking exhausted. I was legit Walking Dead for that, especially that Tuesday. Oh my god, I was dead as fuck. The fact that I drove to Toronto and back with that, it was just mind-boggling, honestly. So anyways, doing that, putting the days before rather than after if there is a rave involved, because we're just going to be fucking dead and we want to go home. What were my biggest lessons? health is by far the most important thing on a physical level to my success and to my domination in life. I found out this is not necessarily a new lesson, but this is something that's very relevant to my week right now, in that I just what was it, Tuesday? Tuesday, I just wanted to fucking crush. Or was it Monday? Yeah, around Monday night type of thing, I was like, I really just want to dominate right now. But my body was like, yo, you're not ready to dominate. My health was just not there. I had a fever Tuesday or whatever. This was just it was just challenging health-wise. And I just cannot believe I didn't do the proper things I should have done. I was just being very childish and immature about things. So I should have done that. But anyways, it just showed me how important it is to have this filling my cup up first type of thing, making sure my health is prioritized properly, because if it's not and I end up in this type of state for too long where I'm not 100%, it actually does fuck with my performance massively. And I had one of my least productive weeks in such a long time because of it. By the way, I'm glad I'm able to talk about this on camera and not try to front to you guys. I'm not perfect in this regard. I don't share everything, but I try to share things that can be valuable. And I try not to paint a picture of myself that's this perfect fucking being, because I am insanely flawed. It's very, very much the case. So anyways, I was really struggling with this idea of posting all of my ever after footage to my social media. But my challenge in that, can't speak. My challenge with that was that I didn't want to piss off or push away people that don't resonate with that, because that's not usually what my content's about. My content's usually about my journey, what I'm learning, philosophy, mindset type of shit, some life hacks here and there. But it's just the reality is I'm actually positioning this all around my life journey. And if people give a shit about me first, they're going to be okay with me posting things like this. And in theory, I should be able to take them anywhere I go. So if I do a good enough job of positioning myself as wherever I'm, it's just my content is not necessarily about this or that, but it's all no subject matter per se, but it's all about where my life journey is taking me in that given moment, then I can take my followers, my base, if you will, anywhere. And that audience can go anywhere I'm going, because they are a supporter of me first, not the subject matter first. I think that's important. And I feel like anyone who builds an audience properly has those type of people inside the audience as their core. But it kind of just took me this week to realize that it's the right people will fuck with it, even if they don't fuck with that type of subject matter per se, because they fuck with me. Say I completely decide to say, fuck it, we're not doing philosophy or anything like that anymore. We are strictly focusing on dubstep, which is, again, not happening, but I say it did. There would be people from my core who would come with just because they like what I'm about, what I stand for, the way I am, etc. And they're audience, they're my audience of, they're cheering for me, they're supporting me. And I think that's so fucking cool to know that whatever type of content I create, there will always be those types of people that are the diehards. And I appreciate the fuck out of you guys, especially because I feel I end up being a diehard of everything I'm passionate about. So I'm always in that passionate few percent. So appreciate you guys. And of course I extra appreciate because it's about moi, and love you guys tons. It's actually just cool as fuck. Use something called Focus 50 to keep yourself productive as long as you want to go. So I really don't like the idea of breaks. And the reality is I need fucking breaks. I can't just go all day. I'm not Gary Vaynerchuk. I feel like Gary actually has breaks built in with social media, but he just doesn't call them breaks. He's just being productive on social. So yeah, I think there's just I just need breaks. I'm just aware in that aspect, and I'm not able to go all day. With something like this, it's pretty fucking simple. You have an hour block, 50 minutes of that is focused, detailed, you're locked in, your whole attention is based on whatever task you're working on. And that 10 minutes is about recharging. And ideally you have these set up on a timer, so you got 50 minutes, don't check your fucking phone. Turn off all notifications. Turn off your whatever that could be distracting. Focus. Maybe have some music that's concentrating you and keeping you in flow and aligned with whatever you're doing. But just like be 100% there. Give it 100% effort. And then at the end of that timer, when it's 50 minutes is over, then you can recharge for 10 minutes. Ideally, don't go on your phone for this either, because that can suck some of your energy out in that 10 minutes instead of giving you energy. So maybe it's something like you do a few like pull-ups or push-ups or chin-ups, or maybe you meditate, maybe you grab a snack real quick, maybe do some breathing exercises. That probably would be what I start to integrate into mine more, because I like that idea of breathing exercises, and I'm definitely not doing pull-up and push-ups and shit like that, because that would extremely would fuck with my the way I have my exercise set up. Anyways, that type of stuff. It's good shit. So I've enjoyed experimenting with this the past couple of days. I'm going to continue experimenting with it, but this is a cool way of setting up your hours, and you're able to go so much longer, I find, because you've got these like on-off type of breaks, this cycle, if you will, that works so fucking well from what I've found so far. I'll continue experimenting and we'll see how it goes. It feels really good to just help. I find myself, so for this, I'm talking specifically about little things right now. This could be as simple as helping my mom with food the other day when she was panicking, helping my mom and my sister with their phone, what do you call it? What is it called? The screen protector. Putting that on. I did all three of ours. What else? Giving people shoulder rides at festivals. Just like little tiny things where you're being of service. That feels so fucking good. And I'm realizing just like in little ways, however I can help, it feels fucking nice. So whether that's, I feel like it actually comes back to like being useful. And that is one of the feelings I crave the most, which is I just want to be useful. I want to help people. I want to serve where I can, and little things here and there just feels fucking right. If you're going to attend a festival, you must have a purpose beyond these types of things. They happen so fucking fast. Like last weekend, it was just a blur. Like it happened way too fucking fast. And the amount of time you spend getting excited for it and all that, it goes so fucking fast. So if you don't have a purpose above festivals, you can very easily be set into like a depression or something that's like less than ideal feelings, because you don't have something above it. As soon as you get home, you're like, what now? When's the next festival? And then that's like why people get addicted to festivals and shit like that, because they don't have something more important than it. So for me, you've got to have something that is serving other people, that is helping other people, that is giving you a feeling outside of this festival realm that keeps you alive, keeps you energized, keeps you excited about life, and constantly moving forward and kaizening and does all this type of shit that's growing you, that is impacting other people, that's making you money, that's like doing all these things. That is just so much better than festivals. Festivals are cool, but they're over in a fucking snap. Like they end so fucking fast. So you've got to have something outside of it to keep you alive in those other months that you're not, or the fucking 99% of the other time when you're not at a festival. What challenges did I experience? Wanting to post all this stuff from ever after, but equally not wanting to push people away that don't fuck with that. My challenge around that really just revolves around certain people follow me and watch my shit for inspiration and to observe my journey, and like it's a lot more like philosophy type of based, whereas ever after it's just like raving shit. So, but I just want to document whatever it is, and my challenge was like I don't want to push people away who would otherwise really who are looking for the stuff that I normally post. I don't want to lose those type of people. So I was actually really struggling with that, but I ended up just saying fucking posting all of it and just like posting basically everything I wanted to, except like a few I accidentally fucked up on. But anyways, it was good. I fucking posted all of it and just like, we're good. We're golden. I was highly triggered at one individual this week who I'm very close with, but I can feel ourselves distancing right now. Especially because I'm pretty much just pushing this person away. Yeah, I was pretty fucking irritated to the point where I'm just like irritated and I'm just like, I don't give a fuck anymore. You know, like when you get to that point where you just spend too much time being irritated, you're like, fuck this, I just don't care. Like, just throw it aside type of thing, which can be good and bad in certain areas. But anyways, this person in the past like week and a bit, I've just been disappointed with the way they've been acting. Their behavior has been unfortunate. It also is part of my expectations I was holding for them that weren't necessarily fair. But just hoping they would be a certain way, and they weren't a certain way. And then I was like, oh my God. Like, I thought this person was being super cold. They technically were, but it's just like, I'm not necessarily sure if they were trying to be cold or what the deal was. Just like awful communication. They say they value transparency and truth, but they super don't, because anytime I try to bring up transparency and truth, they just fucking run away. And they do not like confronting things, and it's just like, what do you actually value here? Like, stop being so fucking inauthentic in this regard. So stuff like that. I also hate that they suck at following through, and they have like really shitty habits on a day-to-day basis. So it's just tough because I want to bring everyone with me, and equally I can't. So I can only take a horse to water. I can't make it drink. So it's just frustrating at times. And also, like, I found this person wasn't valuing me properly or my time properly, and that just, you want to do that plus break your agreements and commitments, I will fucking get really fucking pissed at you really fucking fast. And that feels to be the case right now. I just have no time for people that don't value my stuff properly. And this person definitely does not value my time. That's for fucking sure. I even said something about like, I don't want to text as much. I'd rather FaceTime. And apparently that's super fucking rude, because that's texting is wasting my time. But I don't know, maybe that's just not them not valuing their time, and like they don't appreciate time properly. I don't fucking know. Life, man. People sometimes, I swear. I'm also noticing a ton of like patterns showing up in this regard. Like things, for example, like Taylor, my sister. I noticed so many patterns from that person with Taylor, and it's just like, life is just a game of patterns. If you don't fix it in one area, it shows up in another. And I'm just noticing a ton of patterns showing up right now, and it's irritating as fuck. Like, it's just like, oh my God. It's annoying. It's very annoying. I really have a lot of work to do on this right now, clearly. I notice myself looking for excuses sometimes. That's not good behavior. I'm also doing a good job though of like trying to counteract that and being like, okay, like, this is an excuse, but what if I kind of like had to do it? I haven't done this every time, but just like a few times I did this. It actually worked decently, so something like that can be helpful. I also went through a challenge of being sick this week. As you may be able to see, I look not the best right now. I mean, I still look fucking good, I'm not gonna lie. I might be a very attractive sick person, but anyways, fucking Jesus Christ. But yeah, this sickness thing is, or not, the 100% health is just fucking boring. I don't know why I haven't prioritized this properly. Gotta do that really badly. Micronutrients are definitely my next step. Where did I grow the most? Detachment. So kind of related to actually what I was just talking about, like just not giving a fuck anymore. And just, there was almost like a low level anger because I've given that specific person so much time in the past, and I didn't feel like they valued me at all in like recently. And it just, after that, I was just like, fuck everything. Like, it just doesn't matter. This, like, putting other people so high on my priority list, it's just, it makes me angry, because I only have so much time in my early 20s, and to give so much fucking time to this person, and to feel like they don't value it makes me want to fucking break things. So anyways, that type of energy is just like, at this point I'm just like, I don't give a fuck about things. I am just gonna fucking do me. At the end of the day, all I have is me. So I have to make sure I am putting myself first and doing all the things that I actually want to do, because again, at the end of the day, I have to make myself happy first. I have to do the things I want to do, or else I build resentment, which I'm watching myself do a little bit. So What else? Yeah, just after ever after, it was just like, I just don't give a fuck anymore. I just have to do what I want to do. I can't take anyone with me. If they don't want to go, I can just be an example for people. And ultimately, if they're smart enough to figure it out, I'm pumped. I would love to have everyone, but like, there's only going to be a handful of people who are actually smart enough to figure it the fuck out. And even if they're smart enough to figure it the fuck out, they have to be smart enough to, not even necessarily smart enough, they have to just do the things consistently and make sure they are building the habits that are going to get them to whatever area they want to go in life. And so there's just a detachment of like trying to bring everyone with me type of thing, and to try to help everyone along the way as much as I still want to help everyone. I can't help people if they don't want to help themselves. Is what I'm trying to go with this. There's also been a huge detachment to raves. I'm just like, that's how fucking fast I go. It's just so fast. It's so much time preparing mentally for these types of things, and then how fast it's over is ridiculous. Like, it's just so silly. Also opinions. Like, I'm just amazed at how little opinions matter. No one's fucking opinion matters, including mine. It's meaningless. They're all fucking meaningless. So just fucking do what you want to do. Like, no one's opinion matters at the end of the day. The only opinion that really matters is the market. And you have to work with that, obviously. And that's not to say like the market is necessarily always right, because there are times where they're just like, they're wrong for now, and and then your vision will ultimately win. But like, yeah, there's a balance there. I'm not going to get into that right now, but yeah, just opinions just don't matter. Just fucking do you, and attract the right people, hold the right intentions, hold the right energy, do the right things long enough consistently, and ultimately you'll find the right people, the right circumstances, the right situations, the right events to achieve whatever result you're looking for. Also very detached from women. Like, I can't dwell on no's. I just have to move forward and keep going with yeses, and play the game of finding the yeses and punting the no's as soon as I figure out it's a no. Like, again, it just doesn't matter. Nothing matters right now. Like, it's just, I want this fucking health to be good, because as soon as I get there mentally, like my mental's back to normal, my health is 100% good, I just feel like I'm gonna go to fucking town, because I'm in such a good mind state right now of just like, nothing matters, let's go do shit, let's go help people, let's go serve people, and if they're not smart enough to help themselves, then whatever the fuck, you can do you. But like, I'm gonna continue doing me and helping the people who are smart enough to see, and hopefully are also smart enough to do what is required. What am I obsessed with right now? Having conversations with myself. I talked about this a couple weeks ago, I think, with Dan DePonte's interview on London Real. He is a fucking gangster. Love this guy so much. But he talks about this idea of having a conversation with yourself for like 5 minutes a day, and in a week you can find your purpose. I don't necessarily agree with that, because I've been doing it for like 10 days or something like that, maybe a little bit more. And I feel like I know my purpose to a degree. I'm not sure if I've 100% found it, but anyways, with that though, you just learn so fucking much from just talking to yourself. It's so fucking enjoyable. So instead of just 5 minutes right now, I'm about to up it to 10, because it's so nice. I wish I could do it way more, because I'm just learning. So forget purpose for a second. You just learn so much about your behavior and your tendencies, and about your wiring, why you're doing things, why you're not doing things. Anything you really want to learn about, you can do through that. I'm just amazed. It is such a good practice, and I feel like every person should do this. And this doesn't count if you're driving or walking or exercising or anything like that. It is legit. Sit the fuck down on your bed against a wall or something, do nothing, and just talk to yourself like you would talk to another person. And as time goes on, you get deeper and deeper, and sooner or later you will ask yourself intense fucking questions like, what is my purpose here? Why am I on this earth? What dream do I crave the most? What do I actually desire at the end of the day? Like, things like this that'll really show you what you're really about. And you could ask yourself, like, why am I doing this? Why am I not doing this? What is my real why for, like, what makes me the most excited in the world? All of these types of questions, you can come up with your own. Hopefully this gave you some examples of where you could go with this. But when you sit down and just talk to yourself, you get to know yourself so much more. That's why I started journaling, and I definitely fuck with this as well, because it's like, it's a version of like mentally journaling. You could talk out loud, you could do it in your head. It just doesn't matter. Just sit the fuck down and do this and watch magic occur. Okay, that is Reflections 49 in the books. Holy fuck, we got 50 next week. Hopefully it's a way more productive week next week, because that was just very strange. I'm glad I'm at least, even in challenging weeks like the week we just had, it was still filled with some things you can apply, and I'm grateful for that. If you liked this episode enough, please share it with a friend and engage with it somehow, whether that's a like, a comment, a rating, etc. If you could be so kind and if you want to follow along on my journey and see more of this, I also do other pieces of content that are shorter, that are like little snippets of like a lesson that I'm experiencing, a challenge that I'm going through, etc. And it's like a miniature documentary ongoing of my journey. So anyways, if you like something like that, if you like more of this, you can subscribe, or you can like my Facebook page, or you can subscribe to the podcast, whatever one of those works best. These types of long form will all be on there. And again, I appreciate you so much for watching and listening. It's been a good, enjoyable episode, I found, and hoping to make next week's even better. Big 50, that'll be exciting. Yeah, alright. Anyways, without further ado, hope you have a fucking kick-ass week. My name is Josh Moxey, and I will catch you later. I just said their fucking gender. Whoops.